Holly Willoughby and Philip Schofield's names were not on the official accreditation list for their infamous visit to see Queen Elizabeth II lying in state last week. Sources have claimed that This Morning presenters created a hoo-ha when they turned up at Westminster Hall with two colleagues last week to film a special segment for the ITV show, seeming to skip the lengthy queue outside in order to see the late monarch's coffin ahead of her state funeral on Monday 19 September. The duo have faced a public petition calling for them to be sacked as presenters of This Morning and have been trolled mercilessly since the footage showed them being taken through to Westminster Hall to film a segment for the daytime TV show, as thousands waited for hours in the queue outside. As snaps emerged online of the pair arriving at Westminster Hall, with many making critical comments, This Morning quickly issued a statement clarifying that the two stars did not jump the queue, have VIP access or file past the Queen lying in state and were there purely for work reasons. Now, 9 days on from the first mention of Queuegate, an insider involved in processing the media list has claimed to the Mail on Sunday that Holly and Phil's names were not on the official list, with ITV instead opting to use the names of their production team to help them gain access. When they got there, their names weren't on the list, so there were some discussions and, after some back and forth, Phil and Holly were given access and they were ushered through. The whole thing caused a bit of a hoo-ha, the source tells the publication. ITV insist they could not give out personal contact details of the on-screen stars to the Palace of Westminster authorities and instead use the email addresses of program editor Martin Frizzell and another team member from production, who both accompanied Holly and Phil on the day. The two production members did not accompany Holly and Phil into Westminster Hall, where the award-winning TV stars stood in the press bin for 25 minutes. In a statement issued to the Mail on Sunday, ITV said, the accreditation was organized for Philip and Holly by This Morning's production team, and so while it was absolutely clear at the time of booking that Philip and Holly would be attending to report for This Morning, we would never share personal contact details for any of our on-screen talent, and so the email addresses of the production members accompanying Philip and Holly on the day were instead given. The Mirror has approached representatives for Holly, Phil and ITV. On Tuesday's This Morning, Holly looked to clarify what happened in Aviti, as the now infamous footage was aired for ITV viewers. She said, like hundreds of accredited broadcasters and journalists, we were given official permission to access the hall. It was strictly for the purpose of reporting on the event for millions of people in the UK who haven't been able to visit Westminster in person. The rules were that we would be quickly escorted around the edges to a platform at the back. In contrast, those paying respects walked along a carpeted area beside the coffin and were given time to pause. None of the broadcasters and journalists took anyone's places in the queue and no one filed past the Queen. We of course respected those rules, however we realize that it may have looked like something else and therefore we totally understand the reaction. Please know that we would never jump a queue. Do you have a story to sell? Get in touch with us at webcelebs@mirror.co.uk or call us direct at 0207 29 33 033.